Lost in Translation, a short tutorial for second language speakers. This is a story about Luke and Christina. Luke is visiting Christina in her native country. This is Christina. She is going to ask Luke a question. This is Luke. He does not speak Christina's language. Before we begin our story, let's look at some statistics concerning the 21st century global workplace. The top 5 languages spoken across the globe in order of population are Chinese, Spanish, English, Arabic, and Hindi. A growing population of professionals are seeking careers outside of their native countries. The top 5 countries Americans choose to work other than the U.S. are China, Dubai, Europe, Brazil, and India. Now let's get back to our story about Christina and Luke. What is that question she was going to ask him anyway? You remember Luke and Christina. So Christina, what was that question you were going to ask Luke?
Luke, hur går det? Jättebra. Jättebra. Vet du, det är så het idag. Skulle du vilja ha lite vatten? Ja, lite vatten. Det vore bra. För att när mans kropp är så het skulle man dricka mycket vatten. För det är jätteviktigt att dricka vatten. Ja. Vad tycker du? Vad tycker du? Skulle du vilja ha lite vatten eller inte?
Luke looks a bit confused by all the verbal input of information. Strategy number 1. Use only the necessary words to create meaning. It takes time for the listener to process and decode the information.
Luke, skulle du vilja ha lite vatten? Förstår du vad jag säger? Skulle du vilja ha lite vatten? Luke, vill du ha lite vatten? Lite vatten. Vill du ha vatten?
Christina has slowed her speech down quite a bit. It appears as if Luke might be starting to make some meaning. Slow down the phrase and enunciate. This gives the listener a chance to see your words as well as hear them.
Luke, vill du ha lite vatten? Vet du, vill du ha lite vatten? Nej, men det är inte så svårt. Vill du ha lite vatten att dricka? Vill du ha lite vatten? Kan inte tro det.
Sometimes repeating oneself can cause some frustration on the speaker's part. Strategy number 3. Keep the conversation positive and progressive. Be mindful of body language and tone of voice. A language learner's self-esteem are damaged when he or she thinks they are perceived as a lost cause.
Luke, vill du ha lite vatten? Lite vatten. Vill du ha lite vatten, Luke? Luke, vill du ha lite vatten? Förstår du? Vill du ha lite vatten?
It sounds crazy, but some speakers still think if you speak louder, the listener will make meaning faster. Strategy number 4. Maintain the proper register while speaking. The loudness of one's voice becomes more of a distraction, making it more difficult to focus on making meaning.
Luke, skulle du vilja ha lite vatten nu? Luke. Ja. Skulle du vilja... Nej, Luke. Luke, skulle du vilja ha lite vatten? Luke. Luke, titta på mig. Vill du ha lite vatten?
Nice job, Christina. She made certain that Luke was looking at her when she was speaking. Strategy number 5. The speaker should assure the listener is focused and paying attention. Unless the speaker has eye contact, she cannot guarantee that the listener is making meaning.
Luke, skulle du vilja ha lite vatten nu? Lite vatten? Nej men, ja, det är vatten som man har i en glas. Och man dricker det. Förstår du inte? Skulle du vilja ha lite vatten? Nej men det är inte svårt. Hör du? Man har en glas. Och man dricker det. Sådär. Skulle du vilja ha lite?
What a difference hand gestures make. It appears that Luke is actively connecting the phrase and the action. Strategy number 6. Use common and appropriate hand gestures when speaking. Talk with your hands and your voice.
Skulle du vilja ha lite vatten? Nej. Vänta lite. Okej. Ett glas vatten. Skulle du vilja... Ja, du vill ha lite vatten. Vad bra.
A picture is worth 1,000 words. However, it's not always easy to find a quick piece of paper or pen. Strategy number 7. When possible, draw a picture to make visual meaning of the words. Most learners are visual, especially those who are learning a new language.
Ett glas vatten. Sure, I'd love a glass of water.
For best practices in language acquisition, speakers should use the following 7 strategies. Remove unnecessary words from phrases. Enunciate. Stay positive and progressive. Speak at the appropriate register. Eye-to-eye contact. Use hand gestures. And use visuals whenever you can.
Thank you.
As obvious as this information seems, many speakers are not aware or forget that an enormous amount of encoding happens between hearing, translating, making meaning, and then translating once again. This strategy found in this video are considered to be standard best practices in ESL, ELL, or any academic setting. So ends our story about Christina and Luke and a simple glass of water. I recommend reading Brain Rules by John Medina.